All right. Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session in cause number M329708. Case is style State of Texas versus Kenneth Anthony Dunlap. Mr. Dunlap, is that your full name? Mr. Dunlap, would you please raise your right hand? Swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Okay, Mr. Dunlap, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Dunlap? Oh, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. And hopefully we'll get you out here so you can get that ankle taken care of. Now, Mr. Dunlap, you're represented in your case by your attorney Jennifer DeLodge. Mr. Lodge, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Judge. How about you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Lodge, do you waive a record in Mr. Dunlap's case?
No waive, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Dunlap, I have before me a document on paper that's titled Motion to Revoke Unadjudicated Probation. This motion was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this motion, it alleges that you, Kenneth Anthony Dunlap, owner that in County Court at Law number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, on May 15th of 2023, that the court found that the evidence was sufficient beyond a reasonable doubt to support a finding of guilt for the offense of terroristic threat, family violence. And the court placed you on unadjudicated probation for a period of 1 year. In this motion, there are 6 allegations. State, are you proceeding on all 6 allegations?
No, Your Honor, the state's proceeding on allegation 2, 4, 5, 6, and we're abandoning allegations 1 and 3.
Okay, now, Mr. Dunlap. Mr. Dunlap, the state is abandoning allegations 1 and 3, and that means they will only be proceeding on allegations 2, 4, 5, and 6. Allegation number 2 alleges that you, Kenneth Anthony Dunlap, failed to work faithfully at suitable employment as far as possible as ordered by the court in violation of condition 6 of your probation order. Is that true or not true? Okay. Allegation number 4, the defendant, alleges that you, Kenneth Anthony Dunlap, failed to provide verification of attending intensive outpatient program in violation of condition 11 of your deferred probation order. Is that true or not true? Okay. Allegation number 5 alleges that you, Kenneth Anthony Dunlap, failed to submit to alcohol and drug screening on or about June 28, 2024, at the direction of the Jefferson County Community Supervision and Corrections Department or supervising jurisdiction in violation of condition 16 of your probation order. Is that true or not true? Okay, allegation number 6, defendant, it alleges that you, Kenneth Anthony Dunlap, failed to provide verification of attending and entering and successfully completing the Batter's Intervention and Prevention Program known as BIP, or an approved anger management violence intervention program, and pay all associated costs as ordered by the court in violation of the additional condition A of your the defendant's order. Is that true or not true? Now, are you pleading true to allegations 2, 4, 5, and 6 freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading true because they are true?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Mr. Dunlap, I also have before me on my tablet a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. This document is also labeled as State's Exhibit number 1. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials, KD, on a line next to a box that's checked MTRP, which means motion to revoke probation, true to allegations 2, 4, 5, and 6. You place your initials on this document. On page 3 of this same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature? And on the next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement? The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? And Mr. Dunlap, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I've just showed you, did your attorney, Mr. Lodge, go over these documents with you? Did you understand everything that Mr. Lodge went over? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Mr. Dunlap, are you a citizen of the United States?
Taylor,
State,
state one.
No objections.
no objections. State's exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Lodge, you advised and counseled Mr. Dunlap. Is there any evidence that he is currently advised and counseled you? Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
Has she provided full, effective, and competent legal representation? Will accept your plea true to allegations 2, 4, 5, and 6. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
In exchange for defendant's plea of true, the state's offering 150 days in the Jefferson County Jail, credit for 70.
What's the court cost?
$9.50 for the attorney.
No, it's a court cost. Okay. This is the MTRP, right?
Well, right,
Okay, so that'll probably be the maximum. Now, Mr. Dunlap. 452. Okay, Mr. Dunlap. The state is offering that you serve 150 days in Jefferson County Jail, but you will not be required to serve 150 days in Jefferson County Jail because, well, you'll be given credit for the 70 days that you have already served. The court cost in this case is $452. Are you able to pay the $452?
You won't be paying it today, correct?
Yeah, are you able to pay it? Yes or no?
You can say no if you're not.
It's not gonna change what you've agreed to.
Oh, yeah, I have it. Pay, sir.
Okay, I'm handing your attorney a document that is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. Do you recognize that document?
Sure.
Okay, on page 2, is a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Top left-hand corner signature. Now, is that still checked? Okay, Mr. Lap, I will find that you, based on the finding of indigency, you will not be required to pay the court cost of $452. It will be waived pursuant to Article 42.15 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. Okay, now, Mr. Dunlop, do you understand the state's offer? And do you think that the state's offer in your case and the court's finding is fair and just?
Yes.
And do you accept it?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Dunlap, I'll follow plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Mr. Dunlap, you'll stand next to it's ready. Stand next to the bailiff. Follow her directions. Once you finish following her directions, you can follow the bailiff, and you have a blessed day. Thank you.
Matt, that's a question.
Okay,
For the next time I come to see you will be on June.
That's when you see the felony judge.
oh yeah, you won't be seeing me.
I was wondering if she could be my lawyer for the.
I don't have no control of that.
Oh,
No, that the courts have different lists. And we have to go down the list. Your case in this court is over. So you're in another judge's court.
okay.
And so that judge would have to make the appointment, not this judge.
Right.
All right, you welcome.
And you just make sure remember waiting for that.
Okay, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Swan Yeoman,
We ready on the judge?
are we ready on Swan? Which number is that? 16?
Hang on 1 second, I'm gonna give you a card. Say, we gotta go to the picture and-
Swan Yeoman? No, you're gonna have to, she's gonna have to get her.
See if you can let me know.
Which one are we proceeding on?
16.
Call me, we'll talk about it. All right.
Okay, we're gonna get Miss Yeoman.
Well, there's another group coming out. I like to.
First confession.
Y'all ridiculous today? No. One of those days.
Two cases, clause numbers 25 CCCR 1016 and clause number 25 CCCR 1137. Both cases are styled of State of Texas versus Swan Michelle Yeoman. Ms. Yeoman, would you please raise your right hand? Yeoman, do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God? Ms. Yeoman, you may put your hand down. Ms. Yeoman, you're represented in your cases by your attorney, Krista Kaufman. Ms. Kaufman, do you waive a record in Ms. Yeoman's case?
I do, Your Honor.
Ms. Yeoman, In cause number 25 CCCR 1016, I have before me a document that is titled information. This information is on my computer. In this information, it alleges that you, Swan Michelle Yeoman, on or about March 7th of 2025, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespass. Ms. Yeoman, do you understand what you've been charged with? And to this charge, Ms. Yeoman, how do you plead guilty?
No money.
No contest? Now, you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? That's what no contest means.
Yeah.
Okay, now, Ms. Yeoman, I also have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishments. Do you recognize this document? This document you just signed with your attorney?
Yes, I do.
On page 2 of the same document, there are a set of initials on a line next to the box that check no contest or no contention rate. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature? And on the next document, there's a, do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement? The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? I also have a document on paper that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, but I don't
And-
know what this is. But
Discovery is you have a right to see the evidence in your attorney.
oh,
It's,
okay.
uh,
Good.
saying that she had- And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Ms. Yeoman, before you signed and initialed these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Mm,
And you saying yes, I see you nodding your head.
yes,
And did you understand what your attorney went over?
yes, no, but yeah.
Now, did you understand what your attorney went over?
Mhm.
Okay. Now, is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Mhm.
Everything that she went over,
Yeah.
is that true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Okay, Ms. Yeoman,
Mhm.
are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, I am.
The upper six one, Your Honor.
Any objections?
Your Honor.
No objection, states exhibit number 1 will be admitted. And Ms. Carlton, you've advised and counseled Ms. Yeoman, is there any evidence that she's currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Ms. Yeoman, your attorney, Ms. Carlton has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with her services?
Mhm.
Okay, Ms. Yeoman, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers was freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt statement. Do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
In exchange for defendant's plea, the state's offering 15 days in the Jefferson County Jail, credit for time served. This is running concurrent with companion case Indian 1137 and taxing and retire all court.
Okay, Ms. Yeoman, the state is offering,
Other lady stuff, not mine.
hold on, Ms. Yeoman, listen. Ms. Yeoman,
What you said, sir?
Ms. Yeoman, the state is offering that you serve 15 days in Jefferson County. Yeah, listen, but you will not have to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail because you've already served 15 days in Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you'll be given credit for the time that you've already served. The court costs in this case will be taxed and retired. That simply means that you will not be required to pay the court costs because the time that you have spent in jail has already paid off the court costs. Therefore, the court costs will be taxed and retired. Do you understand the state's offer?
Yeah.
Okay, now, Ms. Yeoman, do you accept the state's offer?
Yeah.
Okay, Ms. Yeoman, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Ms. Yeoman, if you do not have anything else holding you in jail, you'll be getting out of jail today.
Thank you.
Okay, one more case, Ms. Yeoman. This is, they run, listen, just listen, they run it together. Meaning they run it at the same time. Now, this next case is cause number 25 CCCR 1137. And in this case, Ms. Yeoman, I have before me a document that is titled information. This information was also filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Swan Michelle Yeoman, on or about March 12th of 2025, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespass. Ms. Yeoman, do you understand what you've been charged with?
No, yes.
Okay, and to this charge, Ms. Yeoman, how do you plead? Guilty?
No contest.
No contest. Now, you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? Oh,
I'm
wow.
pleading yes because I don't have a choice but them.
Now, Ms. Yeoman, if you think you don't have a choice, you do have a choice. That's why I'm asking you these questions. You can plead not guilty, guilty, or no contest,
No contest.
okay?
Mm.
Now, hold on a minute, trying to get this thing to come up. Is it this one? Hold on, I'm having some problems with this, trying to have. Hold on a minute. Uh-oh, this thing here. I'm having problems. May have to shut this thing back down. Okay. Uh, 37. Okay, Ms. Yeoman, I also have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishments. This document, do you recognize this doc? On page 2, there's a set of initials on a line next to a box that's checked no contendere, which means no contest. You place your initials on this document. On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature? On the next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement? The next box that's checked states that you are waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? Okay, I also have a document on paper that is titled discovery certification. You recognize this document? And is this your signature? Now, Ms. Yeoman, before you sign and initial these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you? Okay, now, is everything in these documents, did you understand everything that your attorney went over?
Yes.
And everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? State,
76.1.
any objections?
No, Your Honor.
No objections, states exhibit number 1 will be admitted. And, Ms. Carlton, is there any evidence that Ms. Yeoman is mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Ms. Yeoman, you satisfied with your attorney representation? You said, okay. Now, Ms. Yeoman, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you're mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargaining agreement in
We
this
do,
case?
Your Honor.
And what's the agreement?
In exchange for defendant's plea, the state's offering 11 days in the Jefferson County Jail, credit for time served, tax and retire all court costs, and this will run concurrent with the companion case.
Okay, now, Ms. Yeoman, the state is offering that you serve 11 days in Jefferson County Jail, but you would not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail on this case because you've already served 11 days in Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you'll be given credit for the time that you've already served. The court costs in this case will be taxed and retired, which means you will not have to pay it because the time that you spent in jail has already paid off the court cost. Therefore, it will be taxed and retired. Now, Ms. Yeoman, do you understand the state's offer? And do you accept the state's offers?
Yes.
Okay, now, Ms. Yeoman, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you've entered into with the state. Ms. Yeoman, if you do not have anything else holding you in jail, you should be getting out of jail today.
Thank you.
Okay, and this case will run concurrent with the previous case. And Ms. Carlton, you're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Please follow the bill.
Really? Okay, okay. Right thing to right hand. Put the right thing.
Mr. Dunlop, I brought you back in. The court is going to go over this, the written admonition that, the bailiff has just handed to you. Where is- And you'll be able to keep that copy that you have. I'm going to go over this document with you, and it states as follows. Model written admonition on ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. In accordance with the Texas Administrative Code, section 176.1, the court hereby admonishes you of the following. Number one, you are by entry of order or judgment ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Number two, beginning now, if you possess a firearm or ammunition, it could lead to charges against you. If you have questions about how long you will be ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, you should consult an attorney. Number three, under Texas Penal Code Section 46.013, A, firearms mean any device designed, made, or adapted to expel a projectile through a barrel by using the energy generated by an explosion or burning substance, or any device readily convertible to that use. B, firearm does not include a firearm that may have as an integral part a folding knife blade or other characteristics of weapon made illegal by Penal Code Chapter 46, and that is one, an antique or carry firearm manufactured for 1899, or two, a replica of an antique or carry firearm manufactured before 1899, but only if the replica does not use rimfire or centerfire ammunition. For more information about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or for more information on how long your inability to possess a firearm or ammunition lasts, the court recommends you contact an attorney. For your reference, you may wish to consult the statutes listed below, which may or may not apply to your circumstances. Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 17.292, Magistrate's Orders for Emergency Protection. Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 27.14E1, plea of guilty or nolli contendere in a misdemeanor case. Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 42.0131, notice of persons convicted of misdemeanors involving family violence. Penal Code Section 46.02, unlawful carrying weapons. Penal Code Section 46.04, unlawful possession of firearm. Penal Code Section 25.07, violation of certain court orders or conditions of bond, any family violence, child abuse and neglect, sexual assault or abuse, indecent assault, stalking, or trafficking case. And Family Code Section 85.026, warning on protective orders. Now, Mr. Dunlap, the written admonition that you have is for your records. You can follow the bailiff, and you have a blessed day. And this will conclude the calling of the court's jail review docket in County Court at Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas. On today's date, May 15th, 2025. Everyone, please have a blessed day. Judge Terrence L. Holmes presiding. Prosecutors, you are excused, and defense attorney, you are excused as well.